One.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to April Fool's on the 49th. I'm Shireen Crawford, and I'm a member of Encore's board. Some of you I know Encore very well and have been part of the organization for many years, and some of you are just learning about Encore now as part of this event. So I wanted to take a couple minutes before we get started with the show tonight to tell you a little bit about Encore, and starting with thinking about the mission of Encore. Its mission is to improve the quality of life of aging New Yorkers. This is done through providing meals, case management, housing, and social connections. Encore gives back to over 5,000 New Yorkers a year, and Encore this last year, it was a pandemic, remember that, served or delivered close to 500,000 meals on the west side of Manhattan. And tonight, we're coming live from Encore's Older Adult Center. Unfortunately, since March of 2020, we have not been able to welcome seniors here at the center. But that hasn't stopped Encore from continuing to provide services to seniors throughout this time. Some of those services have looked like virtual activities, financial wellness assistance, health and wellness supports, and very recently helping to get vaccines to seniors in the community. So Encore's work has continued very strong during this time. And one of the most important special parts of Encore is that Encore is part of fighting loneliness and social isolation. And what better way to do that than bringing people together, even virtually, through laughs and comedy. So that's what we hope to bring you tonight. So I have to say, over this last year, comedy has definitely been something that I found healing. Also a way, I guess you say, to be distracted during challenging times. Finding laughter, finding joy, and connecting with others has just been more important than ever. So it's wonderful to bring this show to you all tonight. I want to give a couple quick thanks before I turn the mic over to the people that are actually who you're here to see. So some thank yous. First out, my dear friend Andy for stepping up to the challenge of producing and putting this show. Happen without them. I want to give a thanks to my fellow board members. A big thanks to James Lane, our tech person for tonight, helping to get this live stream to your homes or wherever you are in the world. Our comics, who are going to bring their talents to the stage. Our audience, I believe we have people from the West Coast to the East Coast and possibly beyond internationally. I want to take a minute to give a great and special thanks to our Joke Wall of Fame donors. That's Dana Chang, Ellen Dunn, Mark Epstein, Barry Munger, and Sarah O'Neill. And the senior community of Encore. Thank you for being you. And now, my dear friend Andy, a talented and funny guy who I've connected with through marriage. His wife is my good friend. And I've found many big laughs with Andy on stage. He's helped to bring together a great set of folks tonight to bring us some laughs. I'm really excited about the show, and I want to turn it over to Andy now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you one more time, Shireen. Thank you so much. Wow. Shireen, on the board, Encore Community Services. You're so big. Like, in addition to being a dedicated mother, yeah, and a dedicated attorney, but I only know you as my wife's friend, and she drinks her own milk. That's how I know you. Seriously, what an honor it is to be here at this event. Okay, Encore Community Services, a community center for aging New Yorkers located right here in the heart of Times Square. Okay. Because when I retire, I totally want to hang out in Times Square. Oh my goodness. What were you guys thinking? Jeez. Okay. I aged 10 years walking from the train station to this location. And if anybody hasn't been to Times Square in a while, it's just all Elmos. It's just all Elmos. Yes, that's pretty. Okay, so this organization has been here since 1977. Yeah, so give it up for that. I don't know, you guys have seen, all right, long clap, thank you. I'm happy to be here too. You guys have seen Times Square go from red light district to Disney World, you know? And I think we can all agree, it was way better when it was porn. No? Okay. Book of Mormon for $300. I remember you could see a peep show for 25 cents. Yeah. Okay. My mom's watching. This is the first time my own mother has seen me do stand-up comedy. I know, so amazing. Mom, you know, when I think about this audience, I think about my own mother, you know? And I want to come up to each one of you individually and say, can I have the HBO password and $2,000? Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm 40 years old. I haven't asked my mom for money in like 6 months. Yeah. Also, it's fake because my mom doesn't know the HBO password, okay? I don't want to generalize, but moms aren't good at passwords. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yes. It's not really a joke, it's just like a, yes, yeah. It's not really, yeah. So yes, I was reading your guys' website and I read that you guys do provide 500,000 meals a year to 80 New Yorkers. That's amazing. We started this last year. And the only requirements are that you are 60-ish and up, right? And that you live above 14th Street, is what I read. And when I saw that on the website, I thought, totally, man, screw everybody who lives below 14th Street. You know?
Andy.
Yeah. Oh.
Can I jump in?
Guys, ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Kaplan, Executive Director of Encore Community Services. Let's give him a round of applause. What's up, Jeremy?
I take a little issue by saying screw everybody below 14th Street. You know, there are about 1.8 million older New Yorkers in New York City, and about a quarter of them are food insecure, and Encore reaches people from all over the city.
Okay.
To the west side.
Thank you. Are you done?
Just say it.
It was a joke. Can I continue?
All right, carry on.
Give it up for Jeremy Kaplan, everybody! Big part of making this event happen is getting some screen time, ladies and gentlemen. All right, thank you. I've seen so many wonderful celebrity testimonials on your guys' website as well. I did my homework, okay. And I saw this really great video from Rita Moreno. Yeah. I don't know who that is. No, I know. Yes, okay. Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. She seemed very something. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. But how about this? I did see that Tony Danza spent a day preparing meals here. Yeah, that's very cool. It's really cool. Hey, listen. Here's something to make you guys feel old. Who's the Boss has been off the air for 30 years now. Oh, I know. Whoever the boss is, they collect Social Security now. Yes, I think Tony was just preparing a meal to take home for himself. Yeah, but shout out to Mona though. The original Grandma Slice. Mona was the grandmother on Who's the Boss? Okay. 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 Have you guys noticed that that during the pandemic, there's this big uptick in cockroaches in New York City apartments? Is that? It's just. Oh, is it a yes? Okay. Okay. I thought it was. So no. Okay. Just okay. Most people say no because they don't want them. Anyway. Well, listen. You have no idea what it's like to have 142 mouths to feed. I'll take all the overtime I can get. Okay. You know, I just have one more joke before I get off the stage. Thank you guys so much for having me. So I actually took a big road trip during the pandemic, and I was driving through Wichita, Kansas around 5 p.m. and I heard the traffic report in Wichita, Kansas, and this is what it sounded like. It said, "Look here, Wichita, traffic reports. There's no traffic." That was the treacherous rush hour. Wow. Have you guys ever heard a New York City traffic report? It's a lot different. Last time I heard something like this. Yeah. Thank you. The last time I recorded in Spanish, that's why. No, I'm just going to a lot of Spanish speakers in the audience tonight. And that's cool. And you might not hear any more Spanish tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for having me here. The communities that are up here, they're also really good friends of mine, and they're just as excited about this opportunity as I am. And let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. So this first time, like I said, they're very good friends of mine. Collaborate anytime. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, it's been a year. I still remember last April, I got my first Go Country. So my country he wasn't out there, and no gun violence, and everybody wears masks. So I went back to Japan. And they told me to go there. So that's how I'm here. Thank you very much for putting me back. I just got vaccinated a week ago. It's so great it did not change my sexual orientation. I'm still speaking about the women. Thank God. But I went to NYPD Community Center in Brooklyn. And when the female police officer gave me the dose, I couldn't help but, I just don't want a cop! She was not smart. She was not smart at all. So the quarantine actually saved a lot of lives, actually, especially Japan, where I'm from, because Japanese people being told to stay at home, they stopped committing suicide. Yeah. Okay. Because you're Japanese, if you can't work in the office, you can't jump like a bill business. Am I right?
7. Yeah. She just attended her high school reunion, 70th anniversary, 7th anniversary. And she came back in tears. She told me, no boys showed up, they all gone. I told my mom, you went to girls' school. You went to girls' school. There's nobody died, okay, Mom? I'm a single dude after divorce. Being single this pandemic is not easy, but I tried, okay? So I had this, you guys heard this dating in the park, right, in the summer? I had 3 park dates last summer, and I fell in love with all the 3 parks. I went to this park called the Fort Greene Park in Brooklyn. Very nice. So I told my date to go home, and I kissed the flower, I hugged the tree, and the park ranger told me to go home. That's how it went. Okay, let's talk about, so I have 2 young girls, 12 and 15, and their break is coming, so we're trying to go to Cape Cod for the whale launching. Yeah, being Japanese, I have never seen a whale alive. So excited. I cook, and my girls eat a lot these days, so these days I purposely make the recipe that they don't like, so that they leave me enough for me to survive. You understand that? So my younger one is 12 years old, and she just joined LGBTQ support group at her school, so I'm very proud of her. But being 12, nobody has come out yet. They have like 20 support members and no one support for. So I made a list of the children that I suspect to be gays and lesbians. And I told, go get them, save their lives. Okay, all right. So I'm on a dating app being single, and this woman just asked me straight up, what do you do, Rio? So I sent her a picture of me performing stand-up just like this. And she goes, oh my God, Rio, I love karaoke. It's not karaoke, it's karaoke. So I met this girl, so she actually said she's an SB looking for SD. Do you guys know what SB stands for? SB? No. Sugar baby. And SD stands for? Sugar daddy. Yeah, SB looking for sugar daddy. So I said, what are you looking for? What do you want? She said, I want somebody to pay my tuition. And I thought, that's really fun because I'm already sending my 2 young girls to private school. So I thought that maybe if I move one of them to public school, I have money to support people like this. Okay, so let's talk about sex. And I can't talk about sex, yes? Okay. So after a failed park dates last summer, I finally hooked up with this blonde girl who told me, let's go outside, drink on the street. And I said, cool. She said, but can you find me a place with an AC on the outside? She's a Karen. You understand? She's a Karen. She needs to be punished. So when she came to my apartment, she says, I said, I have to punish her. She said, tie me up. Oh, she's in. So, but I didn't have a rope. So instead, I used the dental floss. You guys have dental floss? It's not easy. It's a mess. It's a mess. But she was so excited. She said, okay, Rio, what? She was tied up with the dental floss to the bed. She goes, Rio, what are you going to do? Are you going to punish me? Are you going to spunk me? What are you going to do? I said, nah. Instead, I picked up this book that I just purchased from Amazon. When she looked at the book cover, she screamed, is that white fragility? Yeah, chapter 1. Before I finished chapter 1, she came 400 times. Yeah, it was so good. It was a great choice. Great choice. All right. Okay. My closet is full of weapons of mass orgasm. Yeah. Let's go. Okay. That's good because I have. I'm from Japan. I have Hitachi Magic Wand. I have a little vibrator and heart-shaped button. Yeah. If you can't beat them, join them. So I like sports, and there are two sports movies that I love. One is called White Man Can't Jump. Yeah, White Man Can't Jump. The other one is called Asian Man Can't Reach IUD. It's okay. All right, well, thank you very much, guys.
I hope things go well with the LGBTQ group. Okay, so let's keep the show going. This next time, I think we could use some young energy in here, yeah? a young, hot, up-and-coming comic, a very, very good friend of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, John Ajoda.
Someone I've heard of on the show. Here we go, wow, real celebrity. And how much does the charity, how much did we raise? How much money was donated? Can we talk about that? Is that cool?
I don't know, yeah.
Over
$10,000.
$10,000. Oh my goodness. I feel like maybe we should have spent a little bit more on the set. It's cool at the high school theater department. What is rent?
I love rent.
Yeah. Okay, I'm a young guy, I guess, I suppose. Oh, I'm 24. Big news, everyone, I'm 24. I just got my first STD recently. Ooh. From an Egyptian girl. The mummy's curse. Every time I pee, frogs come out of the toilet.
That's a curse.
Yeah, I know. My older sisters did, but anyway, I've got a very long neck.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know why no one else in my family looks like this. Maybe it's because I'm biracial. Like my dad is Indian, my mom is a giraffe. Like my neck is so. I have 2 Adam's apples, and there's no medical explanation for it. I don't know. Are any of you guys doctors? Like, what is this thing here? Ooh, gross. I am missing 1 testicle though. Anyway, my dad is Indian, or at least I thought I was Indian my entire life until last week. I was talking to this guy from Sri Lanka, and he's like, "I'm from Sri Lanka," and I said, "Cool, that's where my dad is from." He's like, "I thought you said you were Indian," and I'm like, "Yeah." Did you guys know Sri Lanka is its own country?
Yes.
Okay, alright. Because every time I talked to my dad, I thought he was just really proud of this one place in India that he was from. And I'm not a New Yorker, I'm from Brooklyn. I just thought Sri Lanka was like the Bed-Stuy of India. They're doing their own thing. This is the first time I've been in Times Square in almost a year, and there's been a lot of places have shut down and stuff, but it's good to see the M&M store will survive. It's hard out there for everybody, but my dad's Indian, or I'm gonna keep saying I'm Indian because I think it's a funnier word. But he was an illegal immigrant. He married my mom for a green card. It was this loveless, abusive marriage, and I hated it growing up. And then a while back, a couple of years ago, Trump came along and he was talking all this bullshit, and then he said he was going to get rid of all the illegal immigrants, and I was like, go on. And that election in 2016, I was finally old enough to vote, so have you guys ever ruined the country for a personal vendetta? Because I did. And to my knowledge, my dad's still out there, so 4 more years. Everybody now, 4 more. Just the ladies. Yeah, I thought you guys were cool. I'm a young. Can I be honest with you guys? Old people. I don't care for them. I don't like it. Elderly. Because they're always just acting like they're better than me all the time just because they're older than me. They come from the time where everything was worse, okay? What would you guys rather have? The internet or polio? We have unlimited free music or segregation. There's no Hitler, and then lots and lots of Hitler. Arguably, but then, they call themselves the greatest generation. They named themselves the greatest generation just because they won like one war one time. And not even by like a lot, okay? They're still Nazis today. You didn't even finish the job, okay? And Hitler killed himself. That's not an accomplishment. Like if you guys are in the Super Bowl and Tom Brady pulls out a gun and shoots himself in the head, you can't be like, wow, look how good I am at football, everybody. Point being, Hitler is the Tom Brady of fascism. Or Tom Brady is the Hitler of football. I don't know, whichever. Both pretty good at accomplishing their goals. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't care for the elderly. I'm a young guy, you know. I get it. I'm from that generation. I'm from that generation of kids that got a participation trophy for everything. And I think the reason for that is because we deserve them, okay? We're doing a great job. Like when I was growing up, when I was in school, like the only thing scarier than a school shooter is a group project, okay? Because you know what you're never gonna hear a school shooter say is like, oh, I thought you were gonna do it. And like when your school's getting shot up every week, I think a participation trophy is the least you guys can give us. It's like, yeah, I came in 8th place in the 100-meter dash, but the starter pistol was an assault rifle, so, you know, competition was a little fierce. I'm just saying I'm aware of all the exits here. Yeah, like I moved around a lot as a kid. I went to 3 different high schools and 2 different middle schools, and every time I moved, I made sure to make friends with at least one weird white kid. Right? Just to play the odds, right? You know, sometimes they're over there, sometimes they're hosting the show, and because it's like in prison, for your safety, you make friends with the toughest guy in the yard. In high school, you make friends with the kid with the most wolf shirts. And the more wolves on the shirt, the greater the threat. I told that joke once and I put it out on YouTube, and then a friend of mine from high school reached out to me and he goes, hey man, is that joke about me? It is, actually. Everybody look out for Mike Suler of Garwood, New Jersey. That kid's a threat, man. I hope he's well. I didn't know we were going to be in a church today. That's a little odd. I didn't do my homework, I guess, but I'm not a particularly religious person, I guess. The one thing I do know is all dogs go to heaven, right? Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Did you guys also know that all alligators go to heaven as well? And let me tell you, it's a nightmare up there. Whoa, they are just eating the dogs. And dogs, they don't die. And it's just... Who's responsible? Was it Moses? Did he? God bless America.
John Good, everybody! John Good. He's a young guy who kind of has an old soul. What do you guys think? Okay, guys, listen. Buckle your safety belts for this next comic. I'm just a big fan of his, straight up, and I was glad to have him on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mike Kramer!
I'm the old guy. Hey, man, it's great to be here. I bet you John didn't know an old man. You didn't know an old man was going to follow you, did you, John? I don't like old people. I don't like old people. Well, we don't like you, John. Okay? We don't like you. We hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I still hate you. It's my second player, and I still hate you, John. Yeah. I am old. I'm just wondering, like, when do I say, when do I stop saying I'm getting old and just say I'm old? You know, like I'm either you're young or you're old. I'm no longer getting old, I'm old. Like, you know, you get things, you know, like, hey, I'm hungry, I'm gonna get some food. I'm thirsty, I'm gonna get a drink. I had unprotected sex last night, I'm gonna get herpes. You know, you get things, you know, you just keep getting it. Like, somebody asked me if I made out my will. I'm like, no, I made out my won't. I got nothing, so no, I won't be leaving you anything, anybody. There's nothing there, I got nothing. Oh boy. Oh boy, I heard like a 26-year-old comedian like John. He's like, hey man, you know, I'm panicking, I'm getting old. And I'm like, I gotta hear this, you know, I'm 26 years old, I'm just getting old. He's like, yeah, I found a gray hair in my beard, and I'm getting old. I'm like, gray hair? Dude, I'm finding gray hairs in my urine, okay? So I feel younger, you know? So I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna die. Oh my goodness, my stool's have arthritis. Okay, that's up. Is that okay? I'm sorry. I'm picking on the guy who's organized this thing. Good move, man. That's really smart, brother. Really good. Yeah, go ahead. Let me know how you're 26 years old. Now, this guy like it continues. He's like, yeah. Oh my God, I'm panicking. I'm only 26. I'm finding gray hairs. You know, I'm 62. Look, I'm panicking because you know what I found? I found the brochure in my mailbox from a cemetery, okay? I said, all right, for a 26-year-old, that's junk now. For me, that's required reading material. I gotta read this stuff now. You know, so it's like, you need to start preparing for your future. I'm like, what? So you know what I've been doing? I've been practicing doing this 24 hours a day. Like this. That's some freaking worms. Eat my eyeballs. Eat my eyeballs, worm. Eat those eyeballs. Eat them. I'm a very healthy eater because when the worms eat me, I want them to be healthy. I really do. I don't get it. Like, I gotta wear a suit while I'm down there too. Like when I die. You know why? Because I'm going to go on job interviews down there, you know? Like I'll be in the human resources department of the cemetery. I'll be like, so where do you see yourself in 5 years, Mr. Kramer? Oh, right here in the cemetery. I'm not going anywhere. I'm dead. I had a really, one of the worst things that could have happened to me a few weeks ago. Somebody on the train offered me his seat. Oh my goodness, that was the worst. I felt so horrible. And he gets up, and it's the way he did it. He like got it. He talked to old people, you know, like he's very kind. And, you know, he put his hand on my elbow, which was fine. You know. It was all right because I got psoriasis on my elbow, so he might have caught that too. I hope he did, because he made me feel terrible. He puts his hand on my elbow. He's like, excuse me, sir. Do you want to sit down? Oh my God, my heart sighed. I was like, no, you know what I want? I want the last shred of dignity and self-esteem back that you just took from me, my friend. I want that back. And I also, you know, like I have this illusion, like, you know, that I'm going to still meet a stripper and get married to her. You know, and he took that from me. He just took that. And you know what? I can't marry a stripper anyway. You know why? Because if a stripper gave me a lap dance, she'd break my hip because I'm old. You know? Ah, my hip. She goes, what's that crazy thing in my rear? That's the bone sticking out of my hip, okay, stripper? That's the bone. There's nothing else. Oh, my goodness. It's horrible. Like, it really is. It really is. You know, I don't like getting old. I like being young. And you know what? You know what? I was born in Brooklyn, raised in Brooklyn, and I still live in Brooklyn. You know, but I've gone absolutely nowhere. You know, like I've been just living in Brooklyn my whole life. I'm still, you know, I started a book, A Tree Grew in Brooklyn. You know, I'm still looking for the tree. Where's this tree, man? Where's this tree? And then I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. Wait a minute. That was a book. So it's made out of 50 years of hostility right in your head, man. Right on that ugly face, man. Wait till you get liver spots, man. Look, man, I've been around a long time. I was around when Old Navy was just Navy. Like, that's like Navy. Like, hey, man, Navy. Hey, and then the dwarves got arthritis, the skinny jeans started getting liver spots, and like, well, we better change the name to Old Navy. Thanks, man. That's another. Oh, I just came from the senior center too. You let me have my room tonight. So I'm a baby right in 2 months. I used to be a mime, you know. It's not a joke. I just want to. It's an interesting fact. It's a very interesting fact. You know, I'm 2.5 hours. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I'm 62. I got nothing to lose anyway. I got nothing. I got arthritis in my knee. That's about it. Oh God, I gotta get a knee replacement. Yeah. Look at this. I can't even do this. Look at this. If it was 25 years ago, I could have put the lights there. Now it's a strong whippersnapper. Get it up! All right, everybody. Everybody, you've been really great. I really appreciate it.
Mike Taylor! Oh my God! Oh, that's actually the tamest set I've ever seen him do. Okay? Wow, so I'm gonna do that on a Saturday night. Wow. Wow. I don't hate you. I don't hate you, John. I don't hate you. Woo! Okay, let's keep this going. Guys, listen. Our last act of the night. Our headliner for the evening. Everybody give it up for Karen Bergen!
Hey, I'm about to start crying. This is my first time on stage in over a year. It's so weird feeling, right? I think I got too used to being held in captivity. I am so grateful to you people. I can't even talk. I just want to cry and I want to hug you virtually. With everybody tonight. They were so funny. I was crying. What a great, and you guys are just like, talk about a friggin' present audience. Like, Jesus. I don't even know how to act anymore. But I'm so grateful. I realized that I cannot quit comedy because I don't have any other skills. Honestly, like my only skill, and it's really good, is passive aggression. Like I am the most genius passive aggression person. Like I'm endorsed for my passive aggression on LinkedIn, okay? And I don't want to be a flight attendant, right? Because that's their job qualification, right? Oh, I wanted to save you from that burning wreckage, but you didn't appear to be paying attention during the scene. It came in handy. It's come in handy in the past year, right? Because, you know, there's no way. I have teenage boys, right? And a husband, whatever. And I cannot punish these kids during a pandemic. There's literally no leverage, right? You can't ground them. They're stuck home. So the only thing I have, passive aggression, is changing the Netflix password, right? So the other night, I'm trying to watch Bridgerton, and I can't remember if my password is take a fucking shower, Oreos aren't a vegetable, or putting you up for adoption. My friend called me up. Did someone just heckle me? What did you say? I don't even know how to talk. What did you say?
You're very aggressive.
She said
very aggressive.
You're very aggressive.
I'm very aggressive instead of passive aggressive. I have an extra skill.
Now you have a new skill.
Thank you. I'm gonna go home with a new thing. My little family. I'm no longer passive aggressive. I'm right on aggressive. My friend called me up this afternoon. She was crying. She's like, I don't know what to do, Karen. My cat got run over by a car.
Oh.
Oh my God. That's horrible. I know how you feel. My phone died. She's like, your phone? You're comparing your phone to my beloved companion, my beautiful cat? There's no comparison between a cat and a phone. And I'm like, oh my God, you're right. You can't listen to a podcast on a cat. And you can get a replacement cat for free. You have a cat, don't you? My friends all have cats. Look, I have nothing against cats. I think they're fine if you want a stuffed animal that hates you. You know, in the before times, like when I would go over to a friend's house who had the cat, I'd be like, hey, you know, where's your cat? The one from Facebook with the lasers. And they'd be like, oh, it's up in the cupboard, in the creamer. Would you like some coffee? And then they say, you know what, if you come over here a few more times, my cat might grow to like you. I'm like, I don't want to date your fucking cat. Right? And then they try to make it like, no, you'll really like my cat, Karen. You'll love my cat. My cat is just like a dog. Right? That's the highest compliment you can give a cat. Now, you would never say that about your dog, right? If your dog is just like a cat, you've got a lemon. Right? I mean, who has a dog here? Does anyone have one? What kind of dog do you have, Pink Mask?
I have a Bichon and a Pomeranian mix. I have two.
Wow, you're rich. Did you get them fixed? Did you fix them?
Yes.
You did, because we did not fix Tootsie. We're teaching her abstinence only. And every month that she doesn't get knocked out, we give her a purity biscuit. It's so nice though, right, with the dog. Like, the whole point of the animal, it's just like amazing during the pandemic. Like, my dog, like, gets so excited. When she sees me, you know, I go from one room to the next, I come back. She's like, treats me like I was in Afghanistan. Sometimes if I'm having a bad day, I'll go, come back, go, come back, go. And like, I don't know if this is true of your fancy dogs, but my dog, because they're little, right? The Pomeranian Bichon, my dog's little too. Whenever she sees me, she gets so excited, she pees. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, right? And I said to my husband, you know, every time Tootsie sees me, she gets so excited, she pees just a little bit. I wish you were that excited when you saw it. And he said, if you wait about 25 years, your dreams may come true. You like my husband. He's a good man. He's a good man. Right before this whole lockdown a year ago, he went to France on business, and he does not speak a word of French. And I speak a little bit of French. And he texted me from the airplane. How do you say you're hot in So I texted him back, j'ai herpes. Now, I know everybody's had a hard time during the pandemic, but it's been especially hard for me, especially hard given my name, okay? And my name is Karen. Like, my kid said to me, you know, your name reeks of mental instability, autocracy, and I'm like, what, Karen? And they said, no, Mommy. It's been really hard, though. It's not like I ever loved the name. It's not a great name. Like, nobody's ever said to me, like, oh, what a beautiful name. I'm going to name my daughter Karen. Karen is what you name your kid if you thought you were going to have a boy. And a friend of mine didn't get it. She wasn't following it. And she was like, what is this, like, Karen thing? What does this mean? What is this? And I said, it's like middle-aged white women who are prone to public fits. And she goes, well, what's a male Karen called? I'm like, men. All men are Karens. Right? Right? Am I right, ladies? You guys have the gun. No, I had an experience. So the one thing I discovered in this pandemic is Instacart. Has anyone done that, Instacart? You know what that is? It's fun, right? And they have, like, you feel rich because they have somebody that picks your food out for you and then ask for a replacement. And they're so clever with some of the replacements. Like, I ordered the Dr. Prager stuff for my kids, and the shopper writes, we don't have Dr. Prager's, and then puts a picture of Dr. Pepper. I'm like, okay, let's keep it in the medical profession. During the pandemic, you know, I said, like, you know, I put in for chicken soup, and they send me chicken soup for the soul. Right? And then I ordered for my kids. I was like, I ordered pea pods, right? Who doesn't like pea pods for their kids? She must have known that it was teenagers, because she puts in Tide Pods. Tide Pods for my kids. And then I had a little bit of a bad experience one time because I asked for butter, and I can't believe it's not butter, which I can totally believe. Have you tasted this? It's gross, right? I think they should change it to, like, I identify as butter, right? My pronouns are butter, soy. Can I not make that joke? I called up Instacart and I complained. I was like, look, I wanted butter and I got, like, hydrogenated blah, 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 right? And the person was like, I'm really sorry. Can I get your name, please? And I was like, it's Melania. Anyway, you guys have been so nice.
Karen jokes are coming, you know? You knew they were coming. Guys, listen, us here live, we could go all night. I know at home it's a little more boring for you guys. So that's our show. That was our last comment. Okay? We did do one more thing. As you guys know, 50,000 members, right? Around 50,000 members. Everybody at Encore, they reached out to the web, and they said to their members, tell us some jokes. And we made a little compilation to send us off. So it's going to go to the screen back here behind me. Those at home, bear with us, you guys, whatever you're making. And here we go. So guys, that's our show. Thank you all. Thank you everybody so much. It was so much fun. Thank you all. Moving along. And have a good night. Thank you very much.
Your mother jumps the beat. I knew the little meatball that rolls around the street.
My eyes have seen the coming of my little Irving boy, all the way from the middle of the captain of the story. He's a brave and proper, very rare free, because the nation took the with Irving glory, he was free.
A man finds a leg in the sand and he rubs it, and a genie comes out and he says, "You have 3 wishes." So the man looks around, he says, "Oh yeah, my first wish, I want all lawyers to disappear. I don't want to see any more lawyers." The genie said, "It's done." "Now for my second wish," and the genie says, "You don't get any more wishes. But you said you gave me 3 wishes. So, sue me."
Then to the restaurant we went, the best one on the street. She said she wasn't hungry, but this is what she ate. A dozen raw, a plate of slaw, a chicken and a roast, some applesauce, asparagus, and soft shell crabs on toast. A big box stew, and crackers too. Her appetite was immense. When she called for pie, I thought I'd die, for I had her 50 cents. She said she wasn't thirsty. This is what she had: a whiskey skin, a glass of gin, a schooner can of beer, a glass of ale, a gin cocktail. She should have had more sense. When she yelled for more, I fell on the floor, for I had her 50 cents. Of course I wasn't hungry and didn't care to eat, expecting every moment to be kicked into the street. Then she said, some night I'll fetch cents. This is what he done. He tore my clothes, he smashed my nose, he hit me on the jaw. He gave me a prize and a pair of black eyes, and with me, swept the floor. He took me by handsome moose and threw me over the fence. Take my advice. Don't try it twice if you've got good 50 cents.